What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with another album reaction video. So, today we are back here with another legendary artist, band. Another one from the, 60s, 70s era. I mean, he even made music in the 80s, I'm pretty sure. I mean, no, he made music in every decade, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, David Bowie. What, he seems to be like an interesting person. I mean, from what I see so far, he. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, he seems like an interesting character. He seems to break the norms of society a lot. But yeah, I've listened to his three of his albums before this. I kind of like to listen to artists in order from uh, the beginning of their discographies to the end. Um, and man, David Bowie has a lot of material. It seems like he's released albums in pretty much every single decade, um, which is crazy. But yeah, I haven't listened to his first album, his self-titled one for some reason. I kind of skipped over that one, but I listened to Space Oddity, The Man Who Sold the World, and Hunky Dory. So I think my favorite ones out of those is gonna be Hunky Dory. Uh, I think my most played track that I've played from him so far is Life on Mars. I really like that song. It's such an amazing song. I mean, that chorus is unlike any other chorus, to be honest. And then we got The Man Who Sold the World. The self-titled track is amazing. And then I also really like The Width of a Circle off that album. I haven't listened to him as much as I maybe would like to. He's kind of an artist that I put on from time to time, but maybe that will change with this album right here. You never know. Um, but yeah, I wanted to show you guys the poll results for what album I should react to next. And as we can see, Queen got 22%, David Bowie got 63%, and Black Sabbath got 15%. So, yeah, David Bowie won by a pretty large margin there. Here is the album cover. Um, Pretty interesting album cover. In 1972, Bowie picked up some boots, a printed dungaree, and went to a London street to pose for the cover of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. The album's success put heat on street and rock and roll history, and a commemorative plaque was put there. And then, yeah, there's this conspiracy theory with the K West thing. Um, Many believing it to prophesize the birth of Kanye West, but I don't think that's true. I think that's just a coincidence. Um, that's a crazy one, to be honest. But it just sounds like such like a coincidence to me. Like, K West can mean a lot of different things. But anyway, if you would like to just skip forward to the first track, I left timestamps in the comments and the description, I think, yeah. By the way, I'm going to be doing a decent amount of analysis on this one. I mean, I know that, like, because I went through a little bit of the songs before this, and the lyrics didn't seem quite straightforward. I mean, I think he does that on purpose. But yeah, I'm going to be looking through some lines here and there. You know, not the whole songs. But I'm gonna look through lines that uh, interest me. So yeah, it's an 11-track album. So let's see what this annotation says. I know you guys can't read it. I guess let me try to fix it. Alright, we'll just have to make do with this until I read this. This is a lot to read, but I think this gives a lot of context. So, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars is a concept album documenting one of the most elaborate self-mythologizing schemes in rock music, as David Bowie creates the glittery, messianic, messianic, I don't know how to say that, alter ego, Ziggy Stardust. The album features glam rock tracks Bowie writes alongside his Spiders from Mars guitarist. Oh, so that's what the Spiders from Mars is. Mick Ronson on tracks like Hang On to Yourself and Suffragette City, with an irresistible blend of sexy, campy pop and blues power. The anthem Ziggy Stardust is one of rock's earliest and best power ballads. In a famous 1967 Playboy article, Bowie playfully jests with fellow musician Elton John while in his Ziggy Stardust character. I consider myself responsible for a whole new school of pretensions. They know who they are, don't you, Elton? Just kidding. No, I'm not. I don't know what that means. Okay, and then this just explains where the album title comes from. So, let's just get into it. I honestly don't know what to expect, but there's no point thinking too much about it. So let's just get into 5 years. Let me fix this. Alright, here we go. Track 1, 5 years. And my audio isn't connected. Okay, let's restart. It always does that. Whoa.
So many mothers sighing. News had just come over.
Okay.
We had 5 years left crying. News guy wept and told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet.
I like the piano and the guitar. This guitar is really soft.
Boys, toys, electric irons and TVs. Our brain hurt like a warehouse. It had no room to spare. I had to cram so many things to store everything in there. And all the fat, skinny people. And all the tall, short people. And all the nobody people.
The mixing is amazing.
People. I never thought I'd need so many people.
Oh wow.
Girl my age went off ahead. Hit some tiny children. hadn't have pulled her off, I think she would have killed them. A soldier with a broken arm fixed his stare to the wheels of a Cadillac. The cop knelt and kissed the feet of a priest, and the queer threw up the sight of that.
Interesting lyrics.
In an ice cream parlor, drinking milkshakes cold and long, smiling and waving and looking so fine. Don't think you knew you were in the song. And it was cold and it rained, so I felt like an actor, and I thought of more, and I wanted to get back there. Your face, your race, the way that you talk, I kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We got 5 years stuck on mine, 5 years.
Strings.
What a surprise, we got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We've got 5 years. What a surprise.
5 years.
5 years stuck on mine. We've got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we've got. We've got 5 years stuck on mine. 5
Man,
years.
the strings are going crazy.
We've got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We got 5 years.
Wow.
What a surprise.
The emotion in his
5 years stuck on mine. We got 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. 5 years. 5 years. 5 years.
So 5 years until what though? Until oh, until the Earth's imminent demise. Why? Okay, I don't know why the Earth is dying, but let's look through a little bit of the lyrics. That was amazing. Whew. His voice, like, he really started showing a lot of emotion in his voice, like, as that song went on, like, towards the outro part. Like, I could really hear it, and he was kind of like doing something with his voice there. It was like rolling a bit. I don't know. Pushing through the market square, so many mothers sighing. News had just come over, we had 5 years left to cry in. Okay, so news guy wept and told us Earth was really dying. Cried so much his face was wet, then I knew he was not lying. Interesting. So, like, the world was... So, he's basically describing how the world is... How everyone's going crazy, maybe? I saw Boys Toys. The singer is frantically preparing for the end of the world by stockpiling thoughts, knowledge, and memories rather than physical supplies that you would store in a warehouse. Oh, interesting. His brain that has no room to spare. It's like an overflowing warehouse and it's giving him a headache. A girl my age went off her head, hit some tiny children. If the black hat hadn't have pulled her off, I think she would have killed them. So yeah, this girl's freaking out. This describes a violent scene of a reaction to the news. The girl is flipping out at the news about the end of the world. This is a contrast to the next verse describing someone not freaking out at the news and instead just drinking a yummy milkshake. Interesting. And then we've got 5 years stuck on my eyes. My brain hurts a lot. Interesting track. Interesting start. I have no idea where it's gonna go from here, to be honest. But let's just see.
Before the grave, a brave son who gave his life to save a slogan that hovers between the headstones.
Yeah, these.
And her eyes fully penetrate her grieving.
These lyrics are a bit hard to understand.
A boy and girl are talking new words that only they can share in you. A love so strong.
We got some saxophone in there.
Through the fleeting hours of morning, love is careless in its choosing, sweeping over cross and daily. Love descends on those defenseless. Idiot love will spark confusion. Inspirations have I none, just a touch of flaming dove. All I have is my love of love, and love is not loving.
Wow.
So love, the priest that tastes the word untold of love, and how my God on high is all love. The reaching up my loneliness evolves by the blindness that surrounds him. Love is careless in its choosing, sweeping over cross and baby. Love descends on those defenseless. Idiot love would spark the fusion. Inspirations have I none, just a touch of flaming dove. All I have is my love of love, and love is not loving.
This is a vibe. Nice singing. Let's stop there before the next track. But wow, that was like gonna transition very perfectly. Um, okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go through a little bit of the lyrics in this one, because, you know, this is an album that takes multiple listens in order to understand, you know? Like, this is definitely one of those albums that is more like that I've at least felt uh, so far. Okay, because, like, these lyrics are kind of like poetry. Stone love, she kneels before the grave. A brave son who gave his life to save the slogan that hovers between the headstone and her eyes, for they penetrate her grieving. I don't know what stone love is. Is that like she kneels before the grave? So she's grieving for her son who maybe died in the army or something. I don't know. See, the I guess let's read the annotation. This woman's son martyred himself to further an ideology. As she grieves for him, the talking points that he thought it worth dying for keep running through her head. While she is proud of his bravery, there's an implication that she's angry with the sloganers who convinced him it was worth dying for their cause. Hmm. Yeah, I would be mad at the sloganers too, to be honest. Love is careless in its choosing. Anyone can fall in love. There is no order, there is no rules. It is a massive free for all. Anyone can be felt by someone else's affection. Sweeping over cross and baby. Cross and baby. Developing this only has 2 likes. Love descends on those defenseless. Mm-hmm. Idiot love will spark the fusion. What is idiot love? Possibly a reference to nuclear fusion. I don't know. These annotations are not doing it for me right now. But it could be a reference to nuclear fusion. The enormous destructive power of the H-bomb comes from the fact that nuclear fission sparks a secondary fusion reaction, making them far more powerful than A-bombs. Soul Love was written during the Cold War when the world lived under the threat of nuclear war. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction holds that if any side were to start a nuclear war, both sides would be destroyed in the conflict. Thus, it'd be pretty idiotic move to start a nuclear conflict. Fusion is a great metaphor for love, people coming together as one, but in this context, Bowie uses it to describe love's destructive power, people carelessly falling in love, which can have disastrous consequences affecting far more than themselves alone. I mean, that could, yeah. Idiot love will spark the fusion. Hmm. Yeah, I'm reading too much into this because, yeah. Um, all I have is my love of love, and love is not loving. Okay, this is getting into some philosophical shit. All Bowie has is the will of love, but love can't love you back like a person. Interesting, yeah. He doesn't care so much for the supposed object of his love, he's more in love with the idea of being in love. Bowie could also be saying that he is so full of love, but the world he lives in does not appear to be loving itself. Interesting track, to be honest. That was a lot. I honestly still don't get that track fully. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get tracks fully on first listen. But yeah, let's go into Moonage Daydream. This is the second most popular song on the album. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that hard guitar. Get it.
Freak out in a Moonage Daydream, oh yeah.
What? Oh my god. What is this? Oh. What? What are those strings doing? Oh my god. What the? Dude, the right side of my ear, dude. That was like that was orgasm. Oh man. Let's I guess look through a little bit of the lyrics. I mean, I don't understand what he's saying, but I, I'm an alligator. I'm a mama papa coming for you. In this song, the alien messiah is revealed slash created, and his destiny to save the world from the disaster in 5 years is also hinted at, as well as his fate as the quintessential soul love. In terms of the plot, this is one of the most important songs as it describes the creation of Ziggy from a combination of religion, romance, sexual freedom, rebellion, and passion. He metamorphoses into the archetypal rock star. Mama Papa can also be heard as Mama Popper, meaning motherfucker. What? How does that translate to? The line then translates to I am an alligator, I am a motherfucker coming for you. Meaning that Ziggy is a mean motherfucker coming to Earth. Okay. I'm a space invader, I'll be a rock and rolling bitch for you. Ziggy Stardust was Bowie's way of approaching the mainstream without sacrificing his inner life. Bowie's thought form or golem in a sense. Until then, he had no desire to work for the big guys. Thus begins Bowie's prostitution career. He will accept fame, try to keep his soul, and try to inspire people. Parts of this song were made by using a method he called cut-ups, where he would just write random words, cut them up, and string them together. This line suggests that he had a hard time thinking up lyrics, so he's busting brain looking for word arrangements. Interesting. Yeah, I think I've been looking into these lyrics a bit too much. Keep your electric eye on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head, press your space face close to mine, love. Freak out in a Moonage Daydream. Ziggy is saying that you should keep the electric eye trained on him, because even though it feels like he has a gun to his head, he'll still make everyone feel freak out. So basically, huh. Let's keep going. Starman. So I have no clue what this is gonna be like. I guess this is gonna be him reaching the height of his fame, maybe. Um, this is gonna be the rise of his character, is what I'm guessing. So let's go. Nice guitar. This is the most popular track, but most iconic, probably.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh. I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh. Some cat was laying down some rock and roll, that is all he said. Then the loud sound, it seemed to fade. Came back like a slow voice on a wave of fade. That weren't no DJ, that was hazy cosmic jive. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he
I
thinks
recognize
he'd blow
this
our
part.
minds. There's a starman
I haven't
waiting in
listened
the
to it.
sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
I'm not getting
Someone
this.
so I picked on you. Oh, oh, hey, that's far out. So you heard him too. Oh, oh, switch on the TV. We may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in fights. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie. Starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it, let the children use it, let all the children boogie.
It's crazy that this is a song that kind of made him a star in the first place. It's literally called Starman. What a track. What a track. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of having a hard time with this album. I these lyrics just they're not coming through. They're not like making sense in my head. Like with other albums, like I could usually get the meaning like right off the first listen, but with this, like I honestly don't know. Like I'd have to go through every single line to understand what he's saying here. Um, it's not like it's just straightforward, which is probably adds to the magic of it. To be honest, probably adds more substance, but yeah, I'm not gonna go through like every single annotation here. Um, I'll go through the chorus though, um, and the bottom annotation, cause I honestly don't know. Um, so there's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it because he knows it's all worthwhile. These are the lines being broadcast on the radio. The story of the benevolent alien brings wonder and hope to the dying world, but his convenient absence leaves the lingering possibility that he may simply be a fictional creation. So this character, Ziggy Stardust, who wants to meet the people, he wants to show himself, but he thinks that he'd blow their minds. Whatever that means. I think that's what I got out of it. It's important to know that the octave jump in the word Starman is the same as in the lyrics somewhere in Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz, which could allude to the Starman's celestial roots. And then I thought this line was interesting. I don't know what. I still don't know. He told me, let the children lose it. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie. This is actually weirdly beautiful. The thought that something we've searched for forever, a sign that we're not alone, wouldn't be interested in telling us how to live our lives, telling us that we were wrong. They wouldn't want to evade, they just want us to dance. Something that simple. Alright, I'm not getting it. Unfortunate. Let's just keep going.
When you climb to the top of the mountain, look out over the sea. Think about the place perhaps where a young man could be. Then you jump back down to the rooftop. Look out over the town. Think about all of the strange things circulating round. It ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Whoa.
It ain't easy to get to heaven.
What a chorus.
Well, all the people
Whoa.
have got
That was
their
like an
problems.
explosion.
That ain't nothing new. With the help of the good Lord, we can all pull on through. We can all pull on
annotations aren't loading.
Satisfaction, satisfaction. Keep me satisfied. I got the love of a coochie coochie woman. She calling from inside. She's a calling from inside, trying to get to you. All the woman really wants, you can give her something too. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to get to where you're going down. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to get to where you're going down.
You know, I'm gonna keep going. Let's keep going. The annotations aren't working anyway, so I feel like I recognize this one.
People stare
Oh no.
at the makeup on his
That
face.
piano was similar to something
Looked at his
I've
long
heard
black
before.
hair, his animal grace. The boy in the bright blue jeans jumped up on the stage. Lady Stardust sang songs of darkness and disgrace, and he was all right. The band was all together. Yes, he was all right. The song went on forever. Yes, he was awful nice. Really quite out of sight, and he sang all night long. Then big sounds emerged from shadows to watch this creature fare. Boys stood upon their chairs to make their point of view. I smiled sadly for a love I could not obey. Lady Stardust sang songs of darkness and dismay, and it was all right. The band was all together. Yes, it was all right. The song went on forever, and he was up all night. Really quite paradise, and he sang all night long. Oh, how I sighed when they asked if I knew his name.
I really like
Oh, it
his
was
singing on this song.
all right. The band was all together. Yes, he was all right. And the song went on forever. He was up all night. Really quite paradise. He sang all night long. Listen closely now.
Well, that one was a bit more easy to understand, although not fully easy. Let's go through a little bit of the lyrics. People stared at the makeup on his face, laughed at his long black hair, These lines are usually read as being about Mark Bolan of T-Rex, who was one of Bowie's idols. Like glam rockers, he had an extravagant hairstyle and performed under heavy makeup. That's interesting, because I remember, Bowie likes using the makeup a lot too. Um, the boy in the bright blue jeans jumped up on the stage. Lady Stardust sang his songs of darkness and disgrace. Lady Stardust's androgyny mirrors that of Bowie, but also Lou Reed and particularly Mark Bolan, two of Bowie's idols. The song is generally viewed as a tribute to Bolan, viewed as the father of glam rock. Bowie rarely performed the song live, but in August 1972, Bolan's likeness was projected onto the stage during performances of this song at the Rainbow Theatre in London. And he was alright, the band was all together. Yes, he was alright, the song went on forever. Yes, he was awful nice, really quite out of sight, and he sang all night long. There is a profound comfort in the line, he was alright, not envy. Glam rockers were defiantly flamboyant, especially Mark Bolan, and they and their fans were often thought of as not right. At this time, homosexuality was considered a sickness, and flamboyance and cross-dressing were the extremes of this sickness. Glam rockers tended to be more open and feminine about their emotions than their macho blues rock counterparts. In saying he was alright, Bowie is acknowledging the emotional nature of Bolan and other glam rockers. They weren't afraid to talk about their emotions in ways that were previously thought of as too feminine, but as long as the band was together and the song went on, they were alright. Interesting. So, Bolan didn't let any of the hate get to him, and as long as he had the music with him, he was alright. Femme fatales emerged from shadows. Interesting song. Let's keep going to Star. By the way, I am definitely supportive of yeah, what's the word? I don't even know. I'm just supportive of the LGBTQ. I don't know if I said that right. LGBT. Yeah, I'm supportive of that. For sure. I feel like people should be allowed to express themselves in any way that they find that is most comfortable to them. Um, and if dressing like with makeup and like a girl is what they feel more comfortable in, then, you know, well, that's all I'll say for now. Um, people should be allowed to feel like themselves. Uh, you know? Okay, let's go on to the next track, Star. Track number 7, Star. vocals. I've never heard like guitar and piano combined like this well. The only thing that comes to mind is like they don't like combine the two of them. Wow, nice backing vocals. Let's go through a little bit of these lyrics. So I thought this first verse was interesting. It's talking about the Northern Ireland conflict. Tony went to fight in Belfast. Rudy stayed at home to starve. This is in reference to the troubles in Northern Ireland, which were in full force at the time Ziggy Stardust was written. Tony would have been in the British Army, sent to keep the peace between the Catholic and Protestant paramilitaries. Although it didn't always turn out that way, as written about by the likes of U2 on Sunday, Bloody Sunday. I haven't listened to any of U2. I could make it all worthwhile as a rock and roll star. Bevan tried to change the nation. Sonny wants to turn the world. Well, he can tell you that he tried. I could make a transformation as a rock and roll star. So inviting, so enticing to play the part. I could play the wild mutation as a rock and roll star. Most likely a direct reference to Bowie's love for portraying a character. David has said that he feels more comfortable performing live under the guise of a persona, such as Ziggy or the Thin White Duke, Station to Station era. That makes sense. Like, I wonder if he was like one of the first person to really like adopt the portraying a character, an alter ego persona. I wonder if he was like one of the first persons to do that. I think he was, because I mean I see his influence in like in other artists. Like one that I can name off the top of my head is MF Doom, who had like 3-4 different aliases, egos, alter egos, which I thought was kind of interesting. I gotta look that up, but maybe there was people before Bowie that did alter egos in music, but it makes sense that they feel more comfortable as when they play a character. It's honestly like they're acting in a way, like they're acting for a movie. It's almost like doing the same thing but for music. Like in movies, you play a character, and they're doing the same thing in music. Like they're they're playing these characters, which is amazing. Yeah, cool track. Let's read this annotation, I guess. But one of the many. Oh shit. One of the many songs on Ziggy Stardust that references the star concept in one way or another. Star is the most bluntly titled of the bunch, with David Bowie tackling the desire to be such a thing in a series of quick character sketches. In the context of the album, Ziggy is realizing that the best way to save the world may be as a rock and roll star. Oh. Interesting. But why does he think that he can save the world with his music? Like, what would that do? Like, make people happier? I don't know. Um, I'm thinking too much right now, actually. So let's just move on to the last four tracks. Um, Hang On to Yourself, track number 8.
She's a tongue-twisting song. Come to the show tonight. Bring to the light machine. She wants my hand and all my money. She's a bucket bar collector. Leaning on an electric dream.
Whoa.
But come on. We really got a good thing going. But come on. If you think we're gonna make it, better hang on to yourself. Oh, we can't dance, we don't talk much, we just ball and play. But then we move like badges on Vaseline. Well, the beat comes up better on a stolen guitar. You're the blessed with the spiders from Mars. But come on. We really got a good thing going. But come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself. Come on. Oh! Lay it on. Come on. We really got a good thing going. But come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself. But come on.
This is catchy.
You really got a good thing going. But come on. If you think we're gonna make it, you better hang on to yourself.
Dude, his choruses are really catchy. So he's basically saying that through the rise of the fame, uh, You gotta hang on to yourself. You gotta you gotta stay true to yourself and not lose your original original way of doing it, you know? I guess. Well, she's a tongue twisting storm. She'll come to the show tonight praying to the light machine. She wants my honey, not my money. She's a funky thigh collector. What? Laying on electric dreams. Ziggy knows he's achieved stardom as he describes the typical groupie mentality of some of the female fans he is now attracting. She'll come to the show tonight shows that the girl in the song is a fan of Ziggy's music. Ziggy sings about having sex with a fan. Okay. Well, come on, we've got a good thing going. The spiders get a chance to introduce themselves to us as listeners. They are talking to Ziggy, trying to tell him not to get caught up in the fact that girls are drooling over him now. If they are going to continue on their path to the top, Ziggy must hang on to himself or keep himself grounded so that he doesn't get swept up in all the extra stuff. Ziggy is his own worst enemy. Okay. And I thought this verse was interesting. We can't dance, we don't talk much, we just play and bawl, but then we move like tigers on Vaseline. Okay. I'm just gonna move on from this. Okay. Interesting track. Let's keep going. Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the spiders from Mars. He played it left hand, but made it too far. Became the special man, then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick 'em by smiling, he could leave 'em to hang. They came on so loaded, man, well hung in snow white tan. So where were the spiders while the fly tried to break our bones? Well, just the beer like to guide us. So we bitched about his pants and should we crush his sweet hands. Oh. Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were voodoo. The kids were just crass, he was the Nas with God-given ass.
What?
He took it all too far, but boy could he play guitar. Making love with his ego, Ziggy sucked up
Amazing track. Ugh, nice guitar, nice vocals, nice mixing as usual. I liked the melody on that one. Yeah. Um. Huh. Interesting character. Now, Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the Spiders from Mars. He played it left hand. Oh, he was left handed. Like me. Um, I also play left handed guitar, actually. Interesting fact. Um, let's read this. Another similarity between Jimi Hendrix and Ziggy. Both were significantly left handed. Left handedness is significantly less common than right handedness, generating both awe and fear for the nonconformists left handed. In English schools, the left handed were historically forced to use their right due to superstitions about the devil. What? I honestly, where the fuck did that come from? Ziggy's left-handedness both draws a connection to Hendrix and highlights his unconventional nature, but made it too far, became the special man, then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy became too popular, at least in the eyes of the other band members. He was the face of the band, the special man, and no one really paid attention to the other band members. They were just Ziggy's band, just like the Jimi Hendrix experience and how frontman Jimi Hendrix essentially overshadows his fellow band members. So is he like saying Ziggy Stardust is actually Jimi Hendrix? No, no. He's comparing Ziggy Stardust to Jimi Hendrix. So, I mean that's how it is with a decent amount of bands, to be honest. Uh, the the front man, the singer, is usually I feel like it's kind of that way with Coldplay in a way. Like that band kind of came to mind. Um, like everyone knows who Chris Martin is, but who like do people know who the drummer is? Do people know who the guitarist is? I don't personally yet. Um, so first two, and that's nothing against. Like I really like Coldplay personally. Um, it's just yeah the way it is. I know. Ziggy really sang "Screwed Up Eyes" and "Screwed Down Hairdo" like some cat from Japan. He could lick 'em by smiling. He could leave them to hang. Interesting. And then let's read what happened at the end here. Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were voodoo. The kids were just crass. He was the nass. I have no clue what either of those words mean. Ziggy was stirring up controversy and angry feelings by making fun of the fans, the band, whichever one it was. He is definitely insulting his fans, saying he's better than all of them. Basically, Ziggy was killed by his fans when they turned on him for neglecting them and the band broke up, having lost their frontman. The title of Metallica's Leper Messiah is taken from this lyric. Making love with his ego, Ziggy sucked up into his mind like a leper messiah. When the kids had killed the man, I had to break up the band. Who is I? Huh. Okay, let's keep going. I'm spending too much time on that one. Last two tracks, Suffragette City.
Just put my spine out of place. Hey man, my school is insane. Hey man, my work's down the drain. Hey man, but she's a total blam blam. She said she had to squeeze it, but she, and then she, oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you can't afford the ticket. Back from Suffragette City. Oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you ain't got time to check it. You know my Suffragette City was out of sight. She comes, oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you can't afford the ticket. Back from Suffragette City. Oh, don't lean on me, man, 'cause you ain't got time to check it. You know the Suffragette City is out of sight. She's alright. Out hit me.
This is good vibes, man. Wow. Let's keep going. Final track. Let's finish this off. Track 11, Rock and Roll Suicide.
Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then cigarette. The water wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, ho, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it. and the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past the cafe, but you don't eat when you've lived too long. Oh no, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Shift breaks the snarling as you stumble across the road. But the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow. Don't let the milk float rob your mind. They're so natural, religiously unkind. Oh no, love, you're not alone. You're watching yourself, but you're too unfair. You've got your head all tangled up, but a bug can only make you dare. Oh no, love, you're not alone. No matter what or who you blame, no matter when or where you've seen, all the knives seem to lacerate your brain. I've had my share, I'll help you with the pain.
I can really hear the emotion.
You're not alone.
Oh, man.
Just turn on with me, and you're not alone. Let's turn on and be not alone. Give me your hands, 'cause you're wonderful. Give me your hands,
Whoa.
'cause you're wonderful.
Whoa.
Oh, give me your hands.
Oh, man. Oh! No. It's over. No. Already? Dude, come on. Oh, God. Okay, that was amazing. That was different, you know? It's definitely different than anything I've heard before. Piano and the strings were more prominent than other rock I've heard. And his vocals were amazing. And the lyrical themes seem to be, there seemed to be a lot of depth in the lyrics and a lot of themes and lessons, almost, in a way. There's so much to this album, actually. Like, I didn't even, like, make a dent into how much depth there is. Let's go through a little bit of the lyrics, and then I'll go on to finish the video. Alright, time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then cigarette. The wall-to-wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, you're a rock and roll suicide. So, Bowie invokes his penchant for late medieval storytelling and personifies time as a friend who offers you a cigarette. Why? Because time will kill you slowly, as cigarettes slowly kill smokers. Bowie has stated he semi-plagiarized this line from Charles Baudelaire. Interesting. He admitted to plagiarism? No. I think this refers to a packed hall with the audience calling or applauding the artist. This encourages the artist. The feelings linger for a while, but then the artist forgets and succumbs to the critics and his/her self-doubt. that kind of I kind of relate to that right now. You're too old to lose it, too young to choose it. This could mean that he's too old to summon the energy to be angry at where life has left him, but he's too young to want apathy and peace. He's like a teenager, too old to throw a tantrum and too young to make his own decisions. Yeah, I'm kind of done analyzing for now. Um, yeah, this has already been an hour 30 long video, and I'll just read this annotation here because it seems like I'm not going to be able to get much meaning out of the lyrics, which is okay. Uh, well, I could get meaning out of the lyrics if I really wanted to, but I don't want to right now. Um, I'm kind of over analyzing, so let's just read this here and then call it. But this has been great. Um, Often used as a closing song for the Ziggy and Aladdin Sane tours, Rock and Roll Suicide is not only the thematic death of Ziggy Stardust on the album, but the real life end to the character as portrayed by Bowie. Before playing the song at the Hammersmith Odeon in London, Bowie announced, "Of all the shows on this tour, this particular show will remain with us the longest because is it not only is it the last show of the tour, but it's the last show that we'll ever do. Thank you." With this, Ziggy Stardust era had ended. The only member of the band to know David was going to do this was Mick Ronson. In the context of the album, the song depicts the final fall of Ziggy Stardust, the washed-up superstar, as the crushing weight of stardom and the rock and roll lifestyle highlighted in Suffragette City, the preceding song, takes its toll. However, the song on its own tells another story. Away from the extremely loose narrative of the rock opera, it is an incredibly powerful song about watching someone close to you as they struggle with their problems and deal with depression. Really. The crescendo throughout the song, starting with a simple acoustic chord and building to a quasi orchestral climax, is symbolic of the growing problems in the person, starting off as a mild cynicism or depression before spiraling down into the depths of helplessness. This is exacerbated. Exacer. I can't say that word. This is exacerbated by Bowie's increasingly desperate lyrics and attempts to reach out and connect with this unknown person. Rock and Roll Suicide has a grand sense of stage drama previously unheard in rock and roll. And that's going to conclude the album. Did a lot of talking. Maybe I don't know what to do anymore, to be honest, because I like I like looking at the lyrics. I think it's just dumb to just, not dumb, but like I feel like I'm missing out some of the art and some of the depth of the music if I'm not looking at the lyrics, because personally I believe that lyrics are a very important part of music. They're not everything. The instrumentation is probably more important, but they're like one half of the whole thing to me. Uh, so that's why I'm not gonna stop looking at the lyrics. Uh, maybe I can cut down on the amount that I'm looking at, or I don't know. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna conclude it for this reaction. Uh, my favorites, off the top of my head, were 5 Years, Moonage Daydream, Starman, Lady Stardust, Ziggy Stardust, and Rock and Roll Suicide. Maybe Suffragette City too, I don't know. But those were my favorites off the top of my head, off the first listen. That usually changes over time with more listens. But yeah, uh, I have a Discord server if anyone wants to join. Uh, we talk mostly just about music and my the my plans for this channel and stuff, and you can drop in and say hi. We've already had some people join from the videos, which is great, because we're building a little community, and communities are always good. Uh, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's gonna conclude it. Peace out, everyone.